As much as that would be a high priority list for me to go to New York City and see the big skyscrapers, but I think the outskirts and seeing the beautiful nature, that's what really took my breath away, because it showed me that New York is more than just... Welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're getting back into discovering all of our 50 states. So last week we did Michigan, which was just, it blew my mind. It was amazing. And so today we are doing one of the biggest states. We're doing New York. So New York, when I think of New York, you think of big buildings, big skyscrapers, and that's all I know about New York. It's just the big buildings. Times Square, I know what Times Square is. And so far we have done Michigan and we're getting on to New York. So we're gonna get through all 50 states and I'm looking forward to it. So before we dive into this video, like my Michigan video, I think it's perfect that we start with 3 facts about New York. So, New York City has over 8.8 million people, making it more populated than most entire states. One city equals the size of a whole country. Wow, 8.8, more than here in New Zealand. I think here in New Zealand we have around 6 to 7 million. So one city alone has more people than New Zealand. Number 2, second fact, Niagara Falls can fill 1 million bathtubs in under a minute. The falls push out over 3,000 tons of water every second. It is one of the fastest moving natural water systems on Earth. Wow, obviously I've heard of Niagara Falls. I didn't know Niagara Falls was in New York. Third fact, the Adirondack Park is bigger than any national park in the continental US. People don't realize this. Adirondack Park, okay, and before I carry on, I may just botch some of these names. I realized that Mackinac, I was calling it the Mackinac Bridge. Mackinac Bridge. That is a cool name, Mackinac. It's actually pronounced Mackinac. Mackinac, with the AW at the end. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So I'm probably botching this. So Adirondack Park is larger than Yellowstone, Yosemite, the Grand Canyon, and the Glacier combined. Dang, that must be one heck of a big park. So the 3 facts are done. Let's dive straight into the video. Touropia. 10 best places to visit in New York. Wow.
A delightfully diverse place, New York State is much more than just the bright lights, entertainment, and world-class museums of the Big Apple.
Obviously, I've seen photos of New York City with the big skyscrapers. I haven't seen them all the time. But one thing I must put out is I've never seen an angle that looks like this. Because you've got smaller buildings closer to us. Look how massive those skyscrapers, and it's just building next to building, next to building. There's like no room to really breathe. That is stunning. That is so beautiful. I've never seen an image like that of New York. Wow.
Apple. Exploring the city that never sleeps is a must, but visitors that venture further afield will come across wonderful wineries and natural attractions, gorgeous lakes, charming college towns upstate, and even world-famous waterfalls beckon outside of the famous metropolis. Here's a look at the best places to visit in New York State. Number 10. Buffalo. On the edge of Lake Erie, Buffalo is the second biggest city in the state. It's a city that offers great food,
I did Michigan before, and it named one of the 5 lakes in Michigan. One of them was Erie. I think I pronounced it Erie. So Erie. New York, I'm guessing, is right next to Michigan. Okay.
Live sports schedule and a revitalized waterfront that has become the center of local life. For travelers, Buffalo doesn't have to be a short stop on the way to Niagara Falls. Take your time exploring a lively downtown, home to delicious chicken wings, a burgeoning craft beer scene, and wonderful architecture. Later, join locals for the iconic tailgate at a Buffalo Bills game, or watch the Sabres carve up the ice in the National Hockey League.
Look at that building. Wow. I mean, check out that building. Check that building out right there. Look how beautiful that building is. I wonder what that building is, what it's used for. Oh, look at that. Look at that, a boat. That's not an aircraft carrier. That doesn't look big enough for an aircraft carrier, but I wonder what boat this is, what it's called, what it's used for. Can you guys please let me know that? How beautiful that is. Okay. I'm getting confused because obviously he said that he's right next to Lake Erie. Is this a lake here? Because I get so confused. I don't know if New York is connected to the sea. I'm taking a guess that this is a lake, but correct me if I'm wrong. Just because I'm looking, I'm like, it looks like a sea, but I'm not sure. It's obviously close to the 5 big lakes near Michigan, but let me know that. Is that the sea or is that a lake? Wow, look at, oh man, I just love those baseball stadiums lit up at night.
Number 9. Lake Placid. Tucked away amidst the Adirondack Mountains, the year-round resort town of Lake Placid has long been a popular place to visit, and it is easy to see why. As well as its stupendous scenery, it boasts a host of outdoor activities and even hosted the 1932 and 1980 Winter Olympics. While synonymous with snow sports because of its proximity to the mountains, the town also has some great hiking and mountain biking to enjoy in the summer months. In addition, its nearby lakes and waterways offer splendid swimming and kayaking, with ice skating to be had when their water freezes over in the winter.
Wow, look at that.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Letchworth State Park.
Letchworth State
Known
Park.
for its delightful waterfalls and dramatic cliffs, the Letchworth State Park has outstanding outdoor activities for nature lovers to enjoy. Centered around the Genesee River's gorge, you can find verdant woods, scenic viewpoints, and over 50 waterfalls. As its walls are so steep and reach 550 feet in places, it is often called the Grand Canyon of the East. Particularly impressive are its 3 largest upper, middle, and lower falls, which make for some fabulous views and photos. Wow. Thanks to the umpteen activities and spellbinding scenery, it is routinely ranked among the best state parks in the country.
That is beautiful. Look at
Number
those
7.
waterfalls.
The Catskills. Home to stunning landscapes, the Catskills are another very popular place to explore. Within an hour's drive of New York City, you can find yourself among the rugged mountain ranges' wild and rural places. Due to the serene and secluded nature, many people come to hike, bike, and camp amidst its vast forests and valleys.
I gotta rewind it back there. Look at this image here. Like, look at this right here. You've got there's a lot of similarities to Michigan. And obviously, from what I know so far, the neighboring states, look at how beautiful those colors are. What season does all of this turn these colors? I don't know. Let me know. The second thing I got to put out there is, we've already done 10, 9, 8, I think this may be 7. Correct me if I'm wrong, but am I seeing a lot of beautiful green? A lot of beautiful nature? A lot of beautiful waterfalls? That is the last thing I would have thought of with the state of New York. All I think of when you hear New York, or majority of New Zealanders, you would think just the big skyscrapers everywhere. Not this at all. And look at this.
You can find yourself among the rugged mountain ranges' wild and rural places.
Look at that, it's just so
beautiful. Due to the
beautiful.
serene and secluded nature, many people come.
You're in New Zealand right now. I'm not even kidding you. That is more greener than where I'm from. Look at those beautiful, lush mountains. The trees are green. The grass, like, I want to jump inside that picture and eat that grass. That's how beautiful that grass is. You guys must have a lot of cows. A lot of cows, beautiful milk, because our grass can look like that, but I'm being honest. I don't think our grass gets that green. That is very, very green and beautiful.
Come to hike, bike, and camp amidst its vast
Beautiful.
forests and valleys.
Wow.
Outstanding winter sports and wildlife watching can also be had, while its rivers and lakes lend themselves perfectly to fishing and rafting. Woodstock might be the most famous town in the Catskills due to the iconic music festival of the same name.
Waterfalls. Look at that.
Number 6. Watkins Glen State Park. Located in the Finger Lakes region at the southern end of Seneca Lake is Watkins Glen State Park. If you want to get outdoors and experience some phenomenal views, then this is the perfect destination. A narrow gorge cuts through the park, creating amazing vistas from the trails on the rim. In a 1.5-mile stretch, you'll pass 19 different waterfalls. In the summer, there are outdoor swimming opportunities, and tour fishing is also a popular pastime. Backcountry camping is available, but many visitors prefer to relax at a local inn after a day of hiking and sightseeing outdoors.
Look at that. That is amazing. Beautiful that is. Oh man, that is stunning.
Number 5. Hudson River Valley.
I've heard of that name, Hudson.
As the name suggests, the Hudson River Valley extends along the Hudson River all the way from Troy and Albany in the north down to Westchester, just north of New York City. Much of this area is agricultural, boasting rural views and a bucolic landscape. Organic farms, local wineries, and artisan cheesemakers abound, and farmers markets are a staple throughout the region. Lots of New York City chefs are opting to head to the Hudson River Valley to open farm-to-table eateries, so you won't have to go far to find a great restaurant in stunning rural surroundings.
Homes are so different over there compared to here. So different. Wow.
Number 4. Fire Island.
Fire Island.
A long, thin strip of land, the scenic, serene, and sandy Fire Island runs parallel to the south shore of Long Island. While much is protected as part of its national seashore, seasonal resort communities are strung out along the barrier island. As most of its activities and hotels shut in winter, most people head to the island during the sunny summer months. Then you can sunbathe, swim, and sail at its protected beaches, or surf on the rougher Atlantic side.
Okay, now
The
that's a
former
sea.
whaling base has
That's
some
definitely
interesting
a sea.
historic sites and impressive nature spots to see. These include the fantastic old Fire Island Lighthouse and atmospheric sunken forest.
Obviously, I've only done Michigan. New York is my number 2. But is it me, or does every single state in America have everything? We've got waterfalls in both Michigan and New York. We've got lakes in both Michigan and New York. You've got the beautiful colors of the red, the yellow, the green lush mountains and grass. I just feel that every state has everything in it. There's so many things to do, so many things.
Number 3. Thousand Islands. Close to the Canadian border is Thousand Islands, a scenic spot created where the St. Lawrence River meets Lake Ontario. This collection of islands is known as a place where the rich and famous vacation, but it is an accessible spot for all types of travelers. You can see how the 1% live with a tour of Bolt Castle, a stunning castle located in Alexandria Bay. Make time for a boat tour that winds along the river.
Wait. Americans made castles? Americans made castles, or is that just someone just made it? Gotta help me understand that.
And allows you to see some of the amazing mansions overlooking the water.
Thousand Islands. Oh, look at that, a home, just a little piece of land.
Number 2.
Okay, number 2.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
Lying on the border between Canada and the USA, Niagara Falls is one of the most famous and recognizable waterfalls on Earth. Consisting of American Falls, Bridal Veil Falls, and Horseshoe Falls, its endless wall of gushing water seemingly stretches on forever. While the various observation decks around the falls offer up fantastic views and panoramas,
Look how tiny these boats are to the falls. Got the bridge there, got the buildings, like those falls are huge. Like the boats look super tiny, which means the Niagara Falls is massive. For starters, I don't know, obviously I've heard of Niagara Falls. I never knew Niagara Falls was in New York, but I can't get over how big it is. Look at how small the boats are, and the
you
people
really
must
need
be
to take
so
a boat trip
tiny.
below them to fully grasp just how large and powerful they are.
Look at that. That's an example right there. That is a massive boat holding hundreds of people, and you can't even see the top. That's probably showing only maybe a quarter, maybe an eighth of how big the Niagara Falls is.
Niagara Falls never fails to astound, and every year, millions of people come to see its staggering size and beauty.
I gotta go back to that one.
Millions of people come to see its
I mean, look at that. I've never seen anything like that. Nothing. Here in New Zealand, Taupo, we've got the Hooker Falls, which is probably that little slice of pie all the way up the top of the Niagara. Obviously not as big, but look at that. That's nearly a full circle of just water just dripping down. And the fact that I heard from the start, what was that fact? The Niagara Falls can fill 1 million bathtubs in under 1 minute. No wonder why. Look at how much water would be just pouring through there. That is amazing. One day I got to see it with my own eyes. One day.
Staggering size and beauty.
Like, that's giving me the goosebumps just watching that. Wow. Wow. Look at how tiny those people are. Beautiful. Just
Number 1.
never-ending
New York City.
New York City,
The
number
jewel
1.
in the crown of the USA when it comes to urban areas, New York is a mega city that is absolutely packed full of iconic places, areas, and buildings. In fact, sometimes it feels like you're walking through familiar territory, thanks to how often the city features in Hollywood films. There's Central Park, the Empire State Building, Grand Central Station, Times Square, even the 5 boroughs that make up NYC are famous. Then there's the culture. Koreatown, multiple Chinatowns, the remnants of Little Italy, and communities from Jewish to African American make New York a true world city, made rich by the people who flocked here from all over the world.
Statue of Liberty. Look how beautiful that is. So Statue of Liberty, I got a question. So is it virtually just a statue? Can you go inside it? Is it hollow, or is it virtually just a statue that you just look from the outside? But look how beautiful that is. I remember one movie, or I've watched something that talks about when everyone would come, migrants would come from overseas to go settle in America, and they would see the Statue of Liberty. It was a sign of freedom. Beautiful, man. That is a massive, massive statue. And he even mentioned in the video that a lot of videos are based in New York. Home Alone is one of my favorite movies. Home Alone is one of my favorite movies. Is Home Alone based in New York? I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it is, but that is one of my favorite movies, Home Alone. New York City, 8.8 million people in one city. That is packed. Wow. Times Square. Look at that. Okay, so just a little bit of a recap from what I watched. I think the main takeaway, like obviously you got the beautiful New York City. See the movies, you got the Niagara Falls, that took my breath away. Both 1 and 2, New York City and Niagara Falls just blew me out of this park. But I think the thing that made me, I don't know if I was getting emotional or whether I was getting the goosebumps, but like what made me appreciate the state of New York is everyone around the world would look at New York as there's just the big city, 8.8 million people inside the city. Like that's just what the Times Square, everything. If you want to go to New York, you go there. But I gotta be completely honest. As much as that would be a high priority list for me to go to New York City and see the big skyscrapers, I would love that. But I think the outskirts and seeing the beautiful nature, that's what really took my breath away in this one. It really took my breath away because it showed me that New York is more than just a city of just concrete and buildings. It showed me a different side to it. A side of beauty, a side of green, a side of colors, waterfalls, green grass, like the lakes were just beautiful, the islands, like that's what took my breath away in this video. That was just amazing. I'm so happy that I watched that. I've done Michigan, I've now done New York. Michigan and New York, they have not failed to bring excitement and happiness out of me. If we've started off with Michigan and New York as my first two, I can't imagine what the next 48 states are gonna be. If you enjoyed this video and wanna watch more videos like this, click here. And if you wanna check out my playlist, click here.